Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio June 19, 2023. With Saturn retrograde from today until November 4th, domestic matters and finances can be areas of slowdowns, review, delays, or backtracking. Considering the long term will help you understand the importance of this period. Aim to simplify and work on projects already underway so that you can catch your breath. In truth, there can be opportunities to reassess, edit, and refine your commitments. Reconnecting to the meaning of your commitments or responsibilities is a process, and you sent LL get there soon enough. It sent us a time to examine your intentions and expectations. Today, your intuition, a gut feeling, or a revelation can motivate you to take care of a health or work matter. You sent in particularly good shape for dedication to a work or health goal, and your single-minded focus can take you far. Our mighty planet of karma, the great taskmaster, Saturn, is fast asleep starting today. He has been orbiting within your solar house of home, family, and domesticity for many months, bringing tough love and challenges. Yet, because he is in a retrograde phase until November 4, 2023, you're being given a chance to turn within in regard to the important lessons he's been teaching you about stability and security at the root of your soul. If you're married and living together, you may have recently or will soon decide to set down more roots by buying or updating your real estate. Keep it light and fun. Have some playful chats with your professional relationships today about what the future may hold when Mercury in Gemini sextiles Venus in Leo. The sextile will encourage you to be excited about your professional journey, so you could use this transit as an opportunity to bring up your options in casual conversation. Meanwhile, you may feel like your priorities are changing since your work and life balance will be in perspective when Saturn stations retrograde in Pisces. Use Saturn retrograde to adjust your schedule to account for everything that you want to do. While the moon returns to your financial sector every 4 weeks, its return today comes at a turning point this financial year. Returning 12 days after Venus left and ahead of the Sun's return next week, this is a valuable chance to check in, capture some of the motivation already created and ensure you are emotionally and intuitively engaged as the solar prepares to shift off money matters. This will also provide some competition for Pluto, 7 days after his return to your income sector. This is a good time to pay special attention to your feet. Filling tubs of warm water should be a usual practice, especially when you regularly have to wear socks or stockings and shoes. If you able to enlist the help of a special friend to make this a really worthwhile process, that's even better. Add a dozen drops of lavender oil, or Australian tea tree oil, to the tub of warm water and soak your feet. Consider referring to a book on reflexology and discover the therapeutic benefits of foot massage with your friend. You're likely to be very focused on work and career goals on this day. It's an excellent time to take a good look at where you're heading in this crucial area of your life, especially if things haven't been going your way recently. Making changes can be frightening, yet if things have gotten to the point where you aren't sure what to do, it may be time to take some risks. See what you can do, and don't hesitate to seek out some advice. Today's new moon couldn't come with better timing, with the moon aligning with the Sun and Juno, the queen of commitment, and especially commitment to your relationships, just as they not only reach their last weekend in your relationship sector but as they align. 7 days after Mercury, the planet of communication, returned, he is on hand to ensure the communication lines are open as you get to draw a new line in the sand. Meanwhile, Saturn's retrograde turn today is creating a sense of nostalgia and an opportunity for second chances or a do-over on the home and family front. 2 weeks after a full moon in Sagittarius challenged the Sun in your relationship sector, they align to create today's new moon. In Mercury's first and the Sun's last weekend in your relationship sector, this is bringing everything together, completing what began 2 weeks ago, but this time, with a chance for new beginnings and to give your relationships a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The Sun shares a trine with Chiron this afternoon, giving us a chance to reconnect with our true selves and heal our egos a bit. This aspect can also help us reconnect with our voice, so take some time to journal in the morning if you can. This can also help you consolidate your deepest desires with your personal image. You should be able to move through fears and self-doubt in favor of working toward personal goals. Identity and emotion combine to bring us strength and comfort. The fiery energy is putting us into high gear when it comes to motivation. It might be difficult to sleep as you look for ways to work toward a better future. Unfortunately, an opposition between Venus and Pluto threatens to undo some of the good ego work we accomplished earlier in the day. The reality of the effort that we need to put into our dreams might be magnified and bring self-doubt to the surface. If you find these issues coming on, take a step back and relax. If you work well into the night, you might suffer from burnout and begin to question yourself. Drink some herbal tea and get a good night's rest so you can get back to work in the morning. Instead of turning our emotional radar outward, we go inward. This recalibration helps us to make breakthroughs about our character and behaviors. It can even enlighten us as to why we use pattern recognition as a mechanism for safety and security. An interest in our psychological workings will also make us curious about how others tick. Yet, where our probing might ordinarily be considered intrusive, others welcome our questions now, as they are likely conducting their own personal examinations. Following this aspect, the Moon enters a void period lasting until after nightfall, suggesting we avoid starting new ventures. As many of us will be asleep at this hour, we should expect pleasant dreams. We may gain subconscious insights of spiritual or moral significance, helping us to tap into our idealistic side. The emotional highs we access should linger after we wake up, and we can take these good vibes with us as we start our day. Venus speaks to how we engage with love on the material plane, while Neptune speaks to how we access transcendent, mystical, divine love. When the two link up in a harmonious aspect, we literally feel love all around us. This aspect grants us gratitude for our circumstances and makes us want to share, connect with, and give back to those who have touched our lives in a positive way. This can also be an excellent transit for listening to music or attending concerts, museums, or films. Above all, this is a time for physical relaxation and mental and emotional thankfulness. Any interpersonal struggles that UEUROVE tried to cover up float to the surface now, and UEUROLL have a hard time ignoring them under this self-reflective retro motion.